What's up, everybody? Grimjaw, Eagle, Jing Jang, Whipped, Edgerow, Omni-Mob's here, oh my god. Beasticon, what up? Anyway, Side is making himself a refreshment. And will join me here in just a moment. I'm not really sure what we're going to do today. We haven't really talked about it a whole lot quite yet. It's nice to see Side logging in and just naturally being on his EV2. Oh yeah. The EV hotness for sure. Nah, I won't be on the Xbox tonight. I don't think, Edro. I'm trying to get some other stuff recorded. Can't be a one-trick pony, you know. That and there is just a lot of awesome other games out there. I'll be on the Xbox at some point over the weekend, but probably not today. Replays, what's going on? I switched up. I still obviously have my other EV all ready to go, but I switched. Let me see something. Okay, that's all sharded properly. I switched over to a full Proton Surge EV2 and just wrecking it. I mean, you have to be careful with your playstyle. Yeah, I think Omni might be snoozing. He hasn't spoken at all today, so I'm assuming he is kicked back, snoozing away maybe. What's going on there, Jay? How are you? Yeah, play PS4 on Wednesdays there, Providence. Xbox on Tuesdays, PS4 on Wednesdays, and my PC is my main account, so all other streams will be on the PC. Nice there, Eagle. Awesome. And it is warm today. It can't decide whether it wants to be hot or cold outside here in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, I was gonna I'm gonna send you a message there on Discord there, Jay. Later on today.
Hi.
When I remember. Oh my god, it's a SidewalkHero.
Yo, I'm live. What up?
I was just bragging about how, you know, Side logs in and by default he's on the EV2 because he knows the Robo Girl's where it's at.
That's right.
I actually switched up and have been playing around with ability power again, and it's really strong.
I need to do that. I've been like half building a AP EP2. Well, like I've been farming for weapons.
The problem is you get doing the regular charge shot builds on the EV, you get so dang lazy, and that's definitely my problem. And I tell you, you can really wreck it out though. I mean, I'm getting up to like I can hit 12 mil DPS over 10 seconds usually. And I hit it for a second and then it dropped back under, but you know, it's putting it out there.
I mean, it's not it's not bad DPS, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, piercing and all that. So
somebody actually mentioned to me last night too that the proton charge has changed, and I don't even know when it changed, but you know, way back when the EV first came out, you had to fully get down into the position before you could start using proton charge. You can start using it instantly now. The second you hit the button, just start spraying.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's got to be decently recent, because I don't think you could do that in Nightmare.
I don't even know when. I haven't, well, it's been that long, Sally, since I've done a proton charge build. Is the Dryad good for a building hybrid? Absolutely. So what do you think? We didn't talk today. What are you feeling like doing today? You want to do that?
Well, that's a good question because someone in chat also asked what we doing. What are we doing today?
We're killing goblins.
Killing goblins. Maybe we should do just that then. Let me see if I can gear up this EP2.
Alrighty.
with the things it needs, like speed boost and.
Gots to have the speed boost.
I'm basically just speed boost. Death from above heat, sure. Try some AP today. That's what we do. We do AP EV2 stuff today.
Fair enough. That was, I think that, I'm pretty sure that was my intention there, Herobrine. Gobu's asleep right now, I believe, so I probably got away with that one. I typed a message out publicly yesterday for Gobu and Sidewalk, asking if Side wanted to come kill little Gobus by the thousands today, and surprisingly, Gobu did not say a word to me about it. What's going on, Oculus?
Was too hurt to say anything.
Is that what it is?
Probably.
So you've been full-blown hooked on some divine original sinning and whatnot, huh?
Yeah, it's got me. It's got me.
That's a good thing. It's always fun when a new game grabs you like that, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Sadly, I don't know. I just didn't get the feels for it. But
no, I mean, it's not for everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure, but...
you know, obviously people are loving it. There's quite a few people playing it. Oculus, Spirit Wolf.
What are your chest shards for AP EV2? I feel like I'm missing something. I mean, other than Bulwark.
I'm using Mind Blast Radius, Mine Heat Compensator, and Bulwark.
Mine Heat Compensator?
Yeah.
What? I don't think I have that one.
That's I'm not positive. That one has that one been removed? I'm not sure.
Maybe. Okay, maybe not. It was on my other one. Hero damage one, just to fill a slot. Maybe it has been removed. I only have the one, but it's also possible I just didn't bother to, farm a second one.
I mean, once you get one, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I didn't, I'm definitely full proton charge, so I didn't go with the additional bots. However, they do hit like a truck. I mean, just with the 3 bots, or let me see. Let me look on the dummy over here where it'll give me a total. Just the 3 bots, not even using Death from Above. It's, what, almost 10 million damage. So, you know, not too shabby. It's a roller killer, that's for sure.
Is that a weapon shard?
Which one? The one with the increased amount of bots?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weapon shard. I think it's a weapon shard.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I've been going with Heat Dispenser and Proton Supercharge.
What's your third one?
I've been using Celebration just for the increased ability power. And you know, I'm not sold on it. I'd much rather have another shard. But just as far as just straight up spamming Proton Charge, it's about 2 million. 1 to 2 million additional DPS using the higher stats. And I've been doing a lot of Proton Charge into the face.
Yeah. With the Proton Charge.
Uh-oh. Purdue's beating Michigan. That's no good.
I got to decide between Enhanced Launcher. I probably want the Heat one. Oh god, and there's Charge Blast. No, I don't need secondary heat cost.
I mean, there's no denying the additional bots is just crazy. I mean, obviously you can do just an absurd amount of damage, but you just have to remember that requires all that setup time.
For sure. I've also got, well, I mean, I'm not using Celebration for this one. At least I don't think so yet. But so I've got like the Supercharge and the Heat Generation one, obvious ones.
Yeah.
There's the width one for the Proton Cannon, or there's the extra bots, and I'm wondering if 40% extra width really matters. I doubt it.
That one, if I remember correctly, one of the reasons that one was removed is because it's not really functioning properly.
Is it actually not, is it removed?
Yeah. The 40% additional width.
Okay, let's just not throw it on then. Let's get some extra grab bots going. Whew!
More grab bots for the win.
Nice. Yo, do you know what the highest primary stat is on a relic? Like, the highest one seen? It's like
I think the highest...
6.5 or 7.3 or something like that? Or...
I think it's... Well, the highest one I have is 22,976. But... I did have a guy send me what looked like a non-photoshopped screenshot of one that was 22,980. I think it was 22,980 or 22,981, something like that. So, I mean, not that it matters. The difference between 8.1 and 7.6 is probably only a couple of DPS or something. It can't possibly be much, you know.
Someone in chat was wondering.
Yeah, 22,976 as far as I know. But as far as I have, anyway. I actually never use it either.
That high.
I've got it on my skeletal orc walls. It's on a totem. And I just don't ever use it.
Your DPS was with a... What you call it? A Dragolich, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, man, I'm only getting half your DPS.
Yeah, Drago will do that. Highest weapon stat for the canisters? You know, I don't know an exact number, Jackson, but I know it gets well higher than this one at 12,178. But the only way you're going to get that is off of Celebration, and it might... Just to get this one I have, it cost me 8 to 10,000 Defender medals. It's not worth it going for 200 or 300 additional stat value in my mind when it directly costs 500 Defender medals a roll. In my opinion, anyway.
Isn't there a shard for like more damage, whatever, from your death from above or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that removed too?
No, there's one. It's
Just don't have it, I guess. Oh no, there it is. Why didn't I put that on? Why didn't I see that
dummies
before?
and bots, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's always worth it to sacrifice a little bit of DPS for health there, Edro. Dead heroes do no damage, you know? So the longer you stay alive, the better off you are.
Kind of make it a point to always have a health stat on each piece.
Oh yeah.
If I can. Weapons sometimes, no. Can take a little bit, but the rest for sure.
Yeah. There's actually quite a few of them, Jay. I'm going to do a hero spotlight on them tonight. Just so I'm not confused, Jay, you are Jbox on Discord, aren't you? JHAI? Or is that someone different? Well, I've got full ascension too into the hero health. That could be part of it. Alright, yeah, I thought so, Jay. Anyway, I'm going to send you a message later on today, as soon as I remember. Anyway, let's go make the Legion pay the price here.
For Legion? What'd they do to deserve this?
Yep. You, or no, let me queue up. Oh crap, we're not in a group, are we?
No.
I forgot about that silliness. Dang it.
So I'll have to join off, yeah?
Let's see. Well, let's see what map I get.
Yeah, maybe I'll set my own to see if you can roll a good map.
Map roulette. I got Greystone. Easy mode.
Damn it, I just started loading a map.
Well, let's see which one you get.
I don't know. I mean, there's not many more I'd want over Greystone.
Yeah, that's true.
Sounds like Dead Red.
Greystone wins.
Yep.
Omni would disagree.
Oh
but...
no, it's crumbled. Bulwark.
Well, that one's a pretty good choice too. Which one do you want to start off with?
I don't know. I like both.
Yeah, they're both awesome maps. I'll tell you what.
Just join off you?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I tell you what. I'll just join you.
I'm going. It's too late.
I'll even give you the full. I'll give you the full ride on this one side. Go ahead and.
Oh, nice.
Build this bad boy out with a little meta crunch here.
I just realized I took my builder EV2 out of my deck for this.
I ended up. I've been having so much fun messing around with it. I ended up switching all my relics and stuff over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been. You know, I mean, it's always a good time to play heroes a little differently than what you normally do. You know, it mixes it up a little.
For sure.
You just have to remember to use the correct abilities. Like, I mean, you'll be better at that than I am, but I'm just terrible. I catch myself constantly just spraying them down, and I'm thinking, why is nothing dying? Let's see here.
We'll see about that. It's been a long time since I've done AP EV as well.
Well, there's two things. First off, the being able to start firing without getting fully down into position. But also, I don't know if you remember from Chaos 5, but now when an assassin gets on you, it pops you up, where before you were locked in position.
Oh.
It actually pulls you out now, so it makes life much, much easier in that regard. Let's see. Get a little snaky up here, maybe. I think I may have went and spent too much. Would not be the first time. Yeah, actually, I think that'll probably work. Yeah, it'll probably be alright. Pardon me, still a little questionable with the old voice and throat from my week of whining. Nah, I never read chat, Broken Glass.
Chat's hard to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of building the map. You'd think you'd cut me a little bit of slack, you know, but whatever. How do you increase your frames per second? If you're above, or if you're locked at 60 frames per second, you disable VSync.
Basically just keep turning stuff off or down.
Right. I mean, just eliminate as much as you can. There's not as many settings as there was before. You definitely want to use a mark with power transfer on Proton Beam, Lucifer. It's got the funny power transfer 20 DU scaling. Let's see. So I should have threw some protons in. I mean, how do I do EV day and not have protons? That's just not right. I'm only 288 of 25K. I'm not sure what you mean there. Not picking up what you're throwing down there, Clash. And finally, now that Wave 2 is here, I finally start proton charging. Thanks for subscribing there, Broken Glass, and I don't even know how to pronounce that one. Die Stinkfaust. I'll have to Google it. Oh, I get you 288 more to 25K. Yeah. Getting there. You still there, Side?
Yeah, sorry, I was answering something in chat.
Oh, okay.
And we were talking, and so I to your chat, so...
Well, just tell me to STFU, man.
Shut the fuck up, man. I am busy answering questions in chat. They're asking who's the best DPS, and I'm giving them the lame answer that not one hero is the best at it, like, overall.
That's fair.
I'm boring. It's actually, I started off by saying EV2, and then I'm going back. I I don't like to interrupt you when I also have a question.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the nature of it. The nature of the dual stream. You know, it's all good. Feel free.
But hi, I'm here. Also, that was a great...
Well, I heard a little pop like a minute ago, and I was wondering if something may have went terribly, terribly wrong.
Yeah, no, we good.
Man, I've been getting really, really good armor pieces lately. It's almost disappointing because it's such a small upgrade. It's like, is it really worth spending $500,000 gold on upgrading this piece when it's just such the tiniest little upgrade, you know? But yes, I've been doing it.
Defender medals.
Yeah, well, I'm actually really low. The hunt for power transfer has burned all my defender medals lately.
Have you been spending?
I have been. I'm like below 2K right now. Ooh, a shiny. Yeah, not very good one.
Has it always been instant leaving your proton cannon too? Like I feel like I'm getting up so fast from it.
Yeah, I think it's always been the instant leaving.
Have it? Has it? Man.
I think so. Yeah. But I definitely I like the instant everything with it. It's just awesome.
For sure. Now we just need other heroes to do the same. I'm looking at you, Squire Lavamancer number 3, locking you into animations.
Well, the main thing, it's going to depend on your system there, Broken Glass. And, you know, to be honest with you, DD2, although I absolutely love the game, remember it is an Unreal 3 game, and it's not optimized as well as an Unreal 4 game could be. So, yeah, I mean, it runs great for me, but I know a lot of people do not share that experience.
Yeah, it's definitely not, like, the best optimized game, and it might just be a lot of, old game engine, you know?
Yeah.
Limited, like, only so much you can do.
Well, I mean, it was a tough time when they started development, because Unreal 4 was too early to be reliable, you know?
Yeah.
And so it was right on the verge. Man, I just wish with the changes to the Siege Roller hitbox, I really wish they would have made it so Proton Charge hits it, but still goes through.
Yeah.
But I mean, the bots make quick work of it. It's just not instant like become accustomed to, you know.
Get big boy mines on.
22,920. No, I use the big boys on my hero damage hero, but I took it off for this one. They just weren't hitting for anything.
On the hero one or this one? Oh, you took it off of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I debated on getting rid of the crit and trying hero damage ability power and then using big boy. But the crit is just so big, you know?
Oh yeah, crits do good. But I'm wondering then, what's your third glove shard if you're not using big boy?
I'm using... Oh, looks like I got the cheatery. I'm using Proton Flame Charge.
Oh, is that... No, I'm using that too.
That one's been removed.
Oops. What are your other ones then?
I'm using Crit Strike, Proton Flame Charge, and Flaming Retribution just to fill the last slot.
Oh. So, I mean, you could be using Big Boy instead of Flaming Retribution.
Yeah. And if I went hero damage ability power, I would definitely put Big Boy in the mix. You make 300 heat for the EV2 by having the Mana Capacitor shard. I think it goes in the head. Is that right? Mana Capacitor in the head?
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
I just put it in there, I mean. Which would lead me to wearing it.
That bumps you up. It works for all heroes. It wasn't always like that. But now it works for every resource on any hero. It gives you an extra 100, you know. Dominic says, what up there, side?
Oh. Hi! Hey, sorry I was answering a question. You know, I'll keep pushing the talk. You know, every week I'll find something other hero to play that I find fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the tail end of my answer, asking what I think is the most fun for me to play.
That's just a very difficult question to answer.
Yeah.
It seems a little more difficult to turn them around like you could before, too. Remember before how easy it was to turn the siege rollers around?
Yeah.
It seems a little more difficult to do that now. Oops. Wrecked.
I'll never forget you.
Mama dropping the ban hammer. You go, Mama.
Do you have Modma? That sounded better in my head. Mod, Mama.
Mama mod.
Easy C7, of course. Every time Juice carries me, it's easy.
Luckily, I got a new bright shiny orb to show for it.
Nice.
Was exactly what I was looking for, of course. Side Twitch viewer stream friend. Absolutely.
What?
Dominic is one of your subscribers.
Did I forget to say hi when I was saying I was sorry for not answering?
I think you said hi.
I say hi now. I say hi now as well.
Your mama was here earlier.
If I don't have all the shards, then I'm missing like one or two. And I think that's including the ones that aren't in the game right now. I think I had them all.
So many shards.
Right? Like, there's over 200 of them.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go down the list to try to find them all, because a lot of them are slotted in and stuff too, you know?
So, how you want to do this? Left and right, inside, outside?
Let's do left and right.
Alrighty. Which, do you prefer?
I'll take left. I think I usually take right.
Alrighty. Fair enough.
Also, someone asked for EV2 shardage, so let's go. Actually, I'll not push to talk for this one.
Oh, we can hear your EV2 shardage side.
You want to hear it? Okay.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Here you go. Proton beam. I got frosty beams, power transfer, and I still have a defense rate on mine, actually. You know, I think I'm just gonna leave it on, but if you wanted a DPS, you'd probably go like a crit damage or a vamp or something. But I figured it's not that much worse, plus I can get more freeze procs by maxing its speed. Let's see. I started building there for a sec, my bad. For my reflect beams, right now I'm running power transfer torpedo striker, which is discontinued, so you can think of it as a range shard instead of deadly strikes. That one's just on there for fun, and I've got numerous reflections for similar reasons. Really, it's just the power transfer for the damage, and then numerous reflections if you want to build more than like a 2-chain. Weapon manufacturer, I'm running deadly strikes, node increase, and power transfer. Could I use Mystic in this game? Well, Juice is building with Mystic. Do you want to see me DPS with her, though? I could bring a Mystic out, though, if you really want.
Mystic's lots of fun.
It is fun. I've been doing so much EV2 lately, though.
Well, it's hard to deny the Robo Girl, you know?
She's so good.
Oh, is Nightbot not there? Light Rain? Yep. I failed once again. I think 1 out of every 10 streams I actually have Nightbot join the channel. Maybe I should just leave him there. I wonder if it'll glitch out if I just leave it there 24/7. There you go. You can do it now, Light Rain. Do we want to turtle this, or we want to
I wasn't building a turtle, but
okay.
we could if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm good with anything. Either way, get a little more of that XP if we save that sub-objective.
What's better, proton beam or weapon manufacturer for DPS? Weapon manufacturers are better coverage, but I think proton beams are more efficient DPS when used right. Plus, they've got the awesome CC. Is that right?
Yeah, protons is all about the upgrades.
Cost, yeah.
Once you,
like,
I mean, with some upgrades.
Too.
Oh yeah.
Especially with upgrades, yeah, for sure. Not even a contest with upgrades. Listen to Juicy's nose. What's up?
I'm just a EV2 nerd. I absolutely love her. Always have. I was so happy when proton beams were actually good when EV2 came in. I've got 10 more if it'll help you out.
No.
Ooh, we got weapon man action over here. That's good stuff.
Yeah, you know it.
I use the same shards as you. However, I do go DPS on the protons. So I use the crit instead of rate. And then weapon man's, it's back and forth. Do you want more nodes or not want more nodes? You know, it's...
Yeah, for sure.
One of those. That's actually probably my most swapped shard of taking in and out of the same, you know, the same relic.
Yeah, the proton beams with the defense rate is actually just like from before I was getting, you know, max shards and stuff. And I just haven't bothered to switch it.
Yeah.
But like it does enough, and I do enough shard roulette as it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Pakulos, it's one easy way to tell is if you're comparing item to item of the same rarity, so 2 blue items, 2 purple items, whatever, then you can go by sell value. If not, there's a little bit of mystery in the mix. However, like when I'm going through, I don't usually hesitate to... If I find a good legendary piece, I'm going to equip it, even though it kind of messes up the whole sell value thought process. I always use the best stuff, personally. But a lot of people, a real popular strategy that people are using now is having that one hero in their deck being in all blue gear, because you just get so much of it, you know? Now, I haven't used that strategy personally, but I know a lot of people are having success with it. And then you can just look at the sell value every match. Every match you're going to have upgrades, and you can constantly keep going up. Oh, she's watching it right now, Edro, and she is not pleased, I assure you. Everybody knows, dear. Michigan is playing Purdue right now, and they're getting handled. And the wife is not having it. Okay, pardon me. They're not getting handled. It's only 3 points.
Oh, look who's in my chat. It's Omni. What's that? Ahead by just a few levels. Are you ahead of me or am I ahead of you, Omni? I was gonna say, what do you expect? You haven't been playing, but he's been playing recently, hasn't he?
He's had quite a bit of covert public grinding going on lately.
Yeah. You mean carrying when I'm not involved?
That's how he is.
Where's my carries?
Omni's willing to carry perfect strangers. However, he will never carry his friends. I don't understand.
What a jerk. You know what it is? He wouldn't be able to catch up in ascension levels to you.
Yeah, this is true.
Or possibly me in this case when I'm a little ahead. I would imagine I'm a little ahead.
I really wish I could catch Mama, but there's just no chance. Too far up.
How far ahead? What is your essential level as well?
What, 20? It's got to be close to 2,400 now.
You are?
No, she is.
Okay, I was gonna say, you grinded a lot.
I'm at 2023.
Yeah.
I went gung ho, man. I just had to hit 2K on that double XP weekend. Roasting Omni now. Does that ever stop? Poor Omni gets nothing but abuse.
And the roast that never ends.
I actually haven't seen Partek in a while. My guess would be that Partek is waiting for an update and probably a little bored. 2440, Mama is. Good lord.
That's crazy.
Wrecking it.
I have a feeling quite a few people are going to be passing me while I'm playing Divinity.
Yeah, it happens. And, you know, I mean, does it really matter?
No.
The only reason I say that with Mama is through all of Ascension from the beginning, we've been like within 50 Ascension levels of each other. And then the Fortnite came along. And Mama went up by a couple hundred. Which is now turned into 400. It's like,
crazy.
Just wrecking it. I mean, I'm starting to get close now. You know, I've got the EV or the Gunwitch maxed, but I'm starting to get a lot closer on several heroes now.
Yeah, unless you're like looking to fill out everything in the defense tree, you've got to be close to being done. Or maybe you are close to being all done, even.
Oh yeah.
Defense health sets too.
Yeah. In theory they're Perkulos, but one thing to remember is there's a range on gear. So even like, you know, say like Side and I, for example, we're in the top bracket of Chaos 7 as far as gear goes. But the range on gear is pretty significant. I mean, we'll get really crappy pieces and really good pieces, you know. You're gonna get it all. So it's, you know, that and another thing that doesn't necessarily confuse but frustrates a lot of players is, like, when you're coming up through the chains, if you grind out, say like, you know, say you grind out Chaos 1 and you get yourself really, really far along in Chaos 1 gear, and then you start up Chaos 2 and the gear is lower, and, you know, with the overlap of gear quality, remember that a maximum Chaos 1 piece is going to be better than a minimum Chaos 2 piece. So there is definitely some overlap. You don't have to maximize in each Chaos tier to move on. Argic actually said he got to, is the lowest I've seen, but he got to Chaos 7 sub 100 Ascension.
Yeah, I think he just barely did it too.
Yeah, he said he was 98 or something like that. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I thought I was pretty close there on the lowest, but I was nowhere near that. I was like 120. So, I mean, Argic definitely got the job done there. Right as I'm about to assume the position. Bad things happen.
Don't worry, I got you. Oh, and you can, like, basically insta-cast one of your mines as well from the position. Pulls you out, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, Soft, this is AP EV2. I think Juice and I are both on APs right now. Yep, you're on your AP one. Rocking the ability power.
It's definitely been a fun change. I mean, it's going from playing a charged shot EV2 to going ability power for so long, you know. It's like playing an entirely different hero. At least that's what I keep telling myself. I just want...
I mean, it really is.
I want more reasons to play the EV.
It's not wrong at all. Any news regarding the Twitter teaser? I don't think they said anything with regards to the Twitter teaser.
No.
Malta was like, oh, well, with the images you can figure stuff out, but I think...
It's too vague.
Yeah.
With the images, Lalta could figure stuff out because he's already, you know, he knows exactly what he's looking at. The only thing that we really got is Landrian threw in the chat that there was going to be more than one game mode.
And that's something like, you know, that we kind of already knew, but it's definitely good to hear him basically just state it.
Oh yeah, I'm just excited to see what it is. You know, I wanna get the goodness rolling.
Yeah, for sure. Same. Actually, what was really interesting is another thing he said is he used the word expansion.
That's interesting.
I don't know if it means anything. Maybe it means nothing.
See, when, you know, it's hard to go by a Landrian's chat. You got to have him on webcam to get the poker face factor in the mix. Oh,
you know, I think
double beam to the face.
And the troll half was the butt stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we can trust that there's going to be 2 modes. Because he was saying, like, 2 game modes, 1 coming out before the end game one or before the second one.
Yeah.
Ideally.
I'm excited to see it, you know?
It looked like the intro to a PC game from the mid-90s. I guess, actually, yeah.
It kind of.
I was looking it over a bunch, and I couldn't really pull anything from it. Some of the glyphy stuff looked like wings, another looked like maybe an HP bar or a something, or like an arrow at the end kind of deal, but it wasn't really anything to pull from.
You know, we still weren't in a party.
Yep. Are you letting people leech? Nope. I don't think so. Are we, Juice?
I'm not a fan usually of.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm shard farming, I don't mind doing the lower stuff,
yeah.
But it just, to me, it feels like I'm doing a disservice to the person. They're, you know, they're losing out on the fun. I mean, the fun is getting there. It's not grinding the same maps over and over again.
For sure.
You know.
I mean, we're pretty good at finding our own fun, but we're addicted to this game.
Right.
And maybe a bit of Stockholm Syndrome. But yeah, the fun for the game isn't where we're at. It's the whole process to getting here and carrying and stuff. Kinda. It's like taking that away from someone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. It's funny, too. Like, a week or 2 ago, you won the Trendy Friday Fun, didn't you? I mean, obviously, you didn't get anything, but you won the role. I think, didn't you, a couple weeks ago?
The thing? Yeah, I actually did. And I said reroll, but he didn't see me in chat, and he messaged me after. I'm like, dude, why didn't you reroll?
Yeah.
Freaking Malta.
I'm sitting there debating. It's like, do I go ahead and enter? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I want to win. And then, sure enough, it's like, yes. I should have done my best to milk a skin coat or something out of old Malta.
Right? I think I asked him if I could get or if I could save it until you know, a new hero comes out.
Oh, that's fair.
He said no.
Negative.
Unsurprisingly, he said no.
Lalto is a lot kinder with that than Isom was. Isom straight up denied. You ain't getting it. Can I do a hybrid character? All of my characters are hybrids, Grim. I don't use different heroes for anything other than DPS. I do have ability power heroes running around into your area.
Excuse me. This is my lane.
I do have ability power heroes and hero damage heroes, but that's the only thing I switch for anymore. I do all hybrids.
Yeah, same. Well, actually, I don't. If I have an AP hero, like this EV2 isn't a hybrid, but my main EV2 is.
Yeah.
For example.
I'm assuming the entire house just was shaking, so I know without looking, Michigan just got a touchdown. The wife jumping up and down.
Oh my goodness. Oh, nice. That's good, right?
She's a Michigan girl through and through. Yeah, you're not a fan of the sports ball, huh, Side?
Yeah, no. Sports are lame.
I like the aggressive sports.
Sweating. Right. It's all right. I was more active when I was younger than I am now by far, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I have
I curl a little bit, not so much right in the summer.
I thought I did it. I thought I set it up there, dear. Maybe I didn't put water in it. I thought I set the coffee machine up all good to go, but apparently I did not. I think there's coffee in it, though. I think I did something right. You know, you put the coffee in, but not the water, and then wonder where the coffee's at.
Oh man, I do that all the time with my Keurig. I'll like put in the pod set the setting I want for the amount I want or whatever, and then walk away. Come back later, like, okay, here's my coffee, and then realize low water. It didn't do anything.
Do you have a relic on your reflex?
You know it.
Can you throw one in over here?
Do you have any preferences to where you want it?
I usually put it like right along here. But, I mean, anywhere will work. I don't care. We do have about 60 bazillion DU, so...
You're right.
Fantastic.
In case that one doesn't work. If you need the DU, let me know, but... just gonna throw it down.
I think we'll probably live.
I think we're fine. Unless I forgot to build something. Dun dun dun. Oh, we good.
Only bad part about it's like the perfect position at this entrance to assume the position and spray them down with the proton charge, but if you go down onto the floor area, you can't see yourself, and it's not as fun then.
Oh, with the wall behind you.
Yeah. Oh, I drink a lot of tea as well. You know, I mean, I'm addicted to coffee, though. I can't lie. It's the wife's fault, 100%. I guess it's both of our faults. I have quite some close friends that in Italy that kind of send me some really high-quality coffee. And I had never really cared too much about it until I met the wife and hooked her up with the coffee. And then, you know, technology, of course, came a long way over the years with the coffee making. And now, if I don't have coffee every day, I just am whiny as hell. What's going on there, Fozzie?
Fozzie? Like, Fozzie from...
Nah, different Fozzie.
Ah.
I don't think Fozzie from the forums watches too many streams.
I don't think I've ever seen him.
Yeah. He's been around forever. He's been around longer than I have. I remember seeing posts from him and, well, assuming him, and Knows No Limits, like the very first time I ever looked at the DD2 forums. I'm using the celebration here, Dominic, just purely for the ability power. The quarterback's name is O'Corn. The Michigan or the Purdue? Michigan's got a corny quarterback. His name is O'Corn. More sports ball. Sorry, Side.
It's okay. I don't have anything against sports. I just have things against me doing sports.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I mean, you know, when you're young, not that you're, you know, hit the grandpa status yet or anything.
I'm a great grandfather already on the inside.
You know, in your younger days, it's more fun to play sports than watch sports. In your older days, it's like, I'll just watch from over here. Now, some sports, it's not the case.
I don't enjoy doing either.
I couldn't possibly watch a round of golf. However, it is fun to get out and whack the hell out of some balls and have lots of cocktails.
I can't go wrong there.
That's always entertaining. I'm not a basketball fan, Grim. Not too much prima donna stuff in basketball for me. I like full contact sports where people actually get injured. It's the mean little kid side of me that never went away. I either want to see people punching each other in the face or people colliding in full sets of armor because it's required, or they'll have instant trauma. I love hockey.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, it sounds like you like hockey.
Yeah, hockey's awesome. I mean, basically hockey, you know, American football, and I used to actually be a huge boxing fan until the boxing world got a little too fixed feeling for me. I usually watch all the UFC fights after the fact. I'm not going to pay for them, but I will watch the copyright infringed versions on YouTube shortly after the fights end.
Can you say that on the internet?
Hope so. I just did. They don't stay up, you know, they don't stay up for long, but if you know when the fight ends and you look on YouTube, like within 60 minutes or so of the fight ending, you can always find it. And then, like within, say, 90 minutes to 2 hours, it's pulled down from YouTube for copyright infringement. So, I mean, it's wrong, but I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, it's wrong that people upload it.
That's right.
It's not wrong that you watch it.
I mean, it's not my fault they uploaded it.
Actually, I don't know how that works in America. I think in Canada that's how it goes, though. It's not illegal to watch it, but to upload it.
Yeah, now if I was, say I downloaded it and then put it onto my channel or showed it to other people or whatever, then it would be illegal here. But just watching it, I mean, definitely the person at fault is the one who actually did the infringing, you know?
Yeah.
But you never know, the U.S. has got some very funny laws state by state, that is for sure.
Fair enough, yeah. Depends on the state.
All kinds of strangeness going on here.
I think Landry was saying in the chat yesterday, it's probably not a barbarian anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be lying, but...
Sadly, I think he's...
Yeah.
That's exactly how I heard it, too. I just got a really bad rubber bandy lag spike. I actually dropped a few frames, too. Hopefully something's not going wonky with my connection here.
My whole OBS just, like, cut connection earlier.
It's weird, it's been doing it, and I mean, I understand, like, and you've got the good connection, and, you know, I understand I've got a crappy connection, but I don't understand how the stream will completely cut when I'm looking on the internet at the same time, chat never disconnects, and I'm talking to someone in Discord that never gets interrupted. That's the parts that get me, you know? I just wonder, is it my crappy connection? Is it something with OBS? You know, what the deal is.
OBS, probably. I think OBS can handle even any, like, slight interruption in connection, whereas, like, Discord would be like, oh, you know what? Maybe we'll wait half a second to see if it reconnects.
Right.
Instead of kicking you from everything you're doing.
Yeah.
It might not even be, like, OBS's fault, just the nature of, you know, connecting to the broadcast site and all that.
Yeah, definitely. What's going on, Camp Counselor? Oh, Omni's carry ended badly. They lost.
You gotta pick your carries. You chose poorly. No offense to your carrying, but it's just not me or Juice.
Absolutely. Omni with the fail carries. Well, I mean, it still could be OBS. I mean, OBS is still the go-to. I would never consider not doing it. I mean, OBS is, in my mind anyway, it's superior performance and it's free. I mean, that's just a winning combination. I actually used...
that last part's pretty key.
Yeah. Switch sides?
Yeah, I guess. I already started doing that, so yes.
Fair enough. I actually, I've got multiple programs that I use when I'm recording locally. And I usually use Bandicam because I can usually get the highest quality, you know, 60 frames per second, no question, everything else recorded. And that JCB Pioneer game I've been dinking around with, it's really early in development still. And it's not very friendly with recording software. And I went through all of my programs last night. Bandicam, Fraps, DX3. I used all of them, trying to get that a little JCB Pioneer series started. And I couldn't get any of them to work, and I eventually used OBS, and I just never, hardly ever record locally with OBS, and it did the job.
There you go.
So, I mean, I'm a fan. Let's see. It feels like I need something else in here. I mean, you know, I've had no shortage of aura spam here of late. But I just feel like I need something more.
Not aura spamming. Someone in chat's actually asking me for suggestions to do instead of aura spam. And here I am doing aura spam.
Well, I mean, you know, like you did the last time we did this map, you did the weapon manufacturers. Weapon manufacturers are pretty solid. Oh, you got weapon manufacturers?
I kind of consider them auras too.
Another thing that works really well that I do a lot, in fact, I'll do it on the next map in my lanes, is proton beams with some other air defense. Proton beams are just beastly once you get them upgraded. They get that funny 20 DU power transfer thing,
yeah.
You know?
You know what's funny, though, is that was the exact suggestion when the question was answered, was proton beams and sky guards.
Oh.
We're so in sync.
There it is.
Sadly, not the band.
I'm so out of touch with the boy bands. You know, I just found out a couple of nights ago that I always thought like Mark Wahlberg was like the kingpin in that family. I didn't realize that Donnie was actually in New Kids on the Block. Donnie Wahlberg. So like Donnie Wahlberg got Mark Wahlberg started, but now that Mark Wahlberg does the movies, he's of course way bigger. As far as the bank account goes, than Donnie.
For sure.
You know? But I thought that was entertaining, because you look at, you know, you see him on, I don't ever watch it, but they've got some TV, some reality, in quotes, reality TV show going that they do now. And Donnie always seems like such a schmo. I didn't realize he was like all the rage back in the day. I was never a... It may come as a surprise to your side, but I was never a big New Kids on the Block fan.
Whoa, what? I just refuse to believe that one.
I hate to catch you off guard with that one, but...
Oh my goodness, I don't know if we can play together anymore.
I'm doing good, Juan. I can't even tell. I can't tell you one song. I'm sure I've heard their songs. They were all popular and whatnot, but I can't tell you a single song that they do or have done. I don't think they do anything anymore. They're all too old. I use Elgato for my Xbox and PS4, but I don't stream with it. I just use it for the capture and then pipe it all into OBS. I'm a full-blown OBS fan. I'm a believer. Have you ever used anything besides OBS side?
No, it's only been OBS.
It's good, you know.
Does its job. Does it well.
Then it's updated frequently. Being open source,
yeah,
it's got, you know, it's not just one development company or whatever working on it. The entire world makes OBS good. Now, it's not as plug and play as some of the other things, but once you figure out the basics with it, it's pretty easy to get your quality tweaked in.
There's a little bit of growing into it.
Yeah.
Figuring out what you need for your specific system and all that.
I tell you what, when you use it for local recording, you really learn the fine-tuned basics of it. I, you know, of course, with my garbage internet connection, as far as streaming goes, it's pretty easy. 720p, 30 frames per second. That's just all I can offer, you know?
Yeah.
But when I record locally, you can actually push the limits, and doing so, you learn all the little bells and whistles on bit rates and everything else. I actually switched from, some people will know what I'm talking about and other people will not know, but last night with playing around with that JCB Pioneer, I switched from a constant to a variable bitrate to record locally with, and cranked it all the way up to 35,000. Now, obviously, I could never stream that high, but I recorded at 35,000 as the target bitrate, and then like 60,000 as the maximum bitrate.
Interesting.
And the recordings are crystal clear. Of course, YouTube muddies them up a little bit just in the process from converting them over to Flash or whatever. And here I am spamming down lanes again, not doing any damage, wondering why these walls are taking so much pain over here.
I'm focusing and trying to like force myself into using it. It's not that hard, but I'm like making sure I'm sitting in the mode before I start having enemies.
It's just
Otherwise, I'd
such
be
a
doing
habit.
the exact same thing, just spamming.
I don't use a mark on the proton beams, Donnie. I don't suggest anyone do. Protons get that power transfer scaling, and that only works, or it doesn't only work, but it works best with a medallion. So I use a medallion with power transfer, the freezy freeze, and either defense rate or defense crit, or sometimes vamp, depending on the substats. Currently, I'm using crit.
In that case, vamp. I haven't checked, but I would think vamp's better just because it also works with power transfer.
Right.
And then the upgrades and all that, kind of it all.
It's really close when you look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got a medallion that has a really good defense health substat roll, then it definitely is king. No doubt about it.
Yeah, you can feel it when there's a good defense health stat.
My medallion I use actually has a pretty strong defense crit roll on it, so that's why I go with crit instead. But they're right there. They're really close to each other.
For Sand Viper keeps getting hit.
Poor little Sand Viper.
What did it do to deserve this?
Keeps getting cobolted in the face. Fozzie says he loves your accent. I don't think Sun doesn't really have much of an accent. I don't think.
I have an accent?
I mean, I don't think so.
I mean, relatively speaking, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't think I have any of the stereotypical Canadian ones.
Yeah, I never hear him. I never hear him saying A or you know.
I mean, I say A all the time.
But it doesn't sound that way. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. How you deliver the A.
That's right. It's not the A. It's how you say it.
Zeppa. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play around with the numbers with this and kind of try to get a ability power EV really fine-tuned in, and do a hero spotlight on it. It is just so fun, and it offers a little variety.
For sure. I mean, really, with the fact that like there's so many weapon shards, there's probably a couple different AP EV2s you could show off.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
I mean, whatever your focus, you know, whatever focus you want it to be.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people swear by Death from Above. Spider Dan, he's a big Death from Above fan, and he goes full into that, but there's only so many shards for it, you know?
Yeah. The problem is, like, isn't there only, like, one damage? There might be a damage one as well. I don't think so, actually.
I think the dummies and bots may be it, right?
Yeah, and then after that, it's just duration, and especially for an AP EV2, wouldn't that actually be worse?
Oh, yeah. I definitely stay away from that duration.
Yes.
There was people talking about that.
One, I just don't use it.
Yeah. There was people
like
talking about that yesterday, about the duration, saying that the shard should be reduces, not increases.
For sure.
And I think I'd have to agree with that.
For a long time, I've been saying that, you know, I just don't want it. Instead of that, though, keep the shard. Have it so that if you reactivate the ability, you drop out of the air.
Yeah, that would be the way to go.
I mean, I remember suggesting that to you before, even.
Oh yeah.
Give the option.
Omni blaming his failure on Lady Orcs. That ain't right, Omni.
Yeah, of course.
This Lady Orcs didn't do nothing. It's your flimsy walls.
It's probably it, yeah.
And I don't even know what map you did, Omni, but that right there is the reason I always use 2 walls there. Omni's always telling me I shouldn't be putting 2 walls in random places. It's like, no.
No, it's not worth it.
Well, my problem is I'm very stubborn, and all it takes is me losing 1 match to a Lady Orc getting by, and I'll continue to put 2 walls there, even though I don't need it anymore. Little Greystone.
I mean, really, what do you gain from the extra 30 DO anyways?
Right.
You double wall and you just take a little bit of damage on the wall instead.
Yep.
Whatever. I mean, who cares if the wall takes damage if it doesn't go down? It doesn't.
Absolutely.
Does it make a difference?
Get a little proton action going here on this one. I'm a little worried about this this one lane though. Michigan must have scored again. Yep. Wife's in a good mood all of a sudden. Not that she was in a bad mood before, but let's see, let's do that. Could even maybe get a little snaky here on this one.
I'm oh, snaky, like, yeah. I got you. I'm trying to mix it up a bit.
I'm gonna put 1 long, ugly proton beam here. Let's see. Well, let's go 2 long, ugly proton beams. Fantastic.
I think we should have 100 left over each.
Yep.
If we don't go over.
Sounds about right. I'm always so worried about the kobolds. I'm such a wimp when it comes to the kobolds. Oops, I went over. Dang it.
Whatever.
There we go. I'll fix it. There we go. Fixed.
Man. I want to go back to no range on my LSAs, or maybe like just half the range or something. Ugh.
You get such crazy power out of them when you do.
That, and they're actually just kind of a pain in place with all the range on them.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh my goodness, I have 10 DU left over. Trendy, please.
We need the, you know, explosive traps. Make explosive traps hit half as hard and only cost 10 DU. That would be awesome.
There you go.
Get the explosive trap spam really going. Thanks for subscribing there, Crash. And I think I missed Patrick T there half hour or so ago. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Is Abyss Lord the hero that is enough for all Chaos levels? For DPSing, he'll be strong in all of them. For building, it might be a little weak in Chaos 7. But he'll be great in all the rest. Ramsters are just
beast.
Useful. Even in Chaos 7, you can still use them. It's just, might be a little risky early on. But Ramsters are useful for sure for Chaos 1 through 6.
Absolutely.
Then Archers for a lot of it. Walls are walls. He's got a pair of them. And then his DPS is just so strong with the heal and the stun.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely just cause a complete roadblock there.
There's nothing wrong with using Abyss Lord all the time.
Yep, definitely.
And really, all you need for Chaos 7 is the base. I mean, for any Chaos tier is the base heroes, but even Chaos 7. But the Abyss Lord will lack. You already have the tools in the other heroes.
Oh, yeah. I would agree.
Yes.
Getting it done here. Let's get these, I didn't even look at these silly proton strings I put here down below. I spent way too much DU on them, but pretty confident there's not much going to survive it.
I didn't want to comment on them, but they're. Oh, I'm going to now. Oh no, they're a lot better than I thought they were. I thought it was just a mismatch, but you got two flying Vs, crossing Vs.
Oh yeah.
Extendo Vs too. I like it now.
I usually don't go the doubles like that, but I do like doing the crossing Vs.
There's so much freeze in there.
Oh yeah. I mean, really, the only thing that makes it pass is a boss or a berserker. Nothing else really has much of a chance.
Oh, I doubt you'd see very many berserkers get through what you've got here. Jeez.
Well, yeah, this is true.
I mean, that's a lot of freeze chance right there. They're hitting at least 2 beams everywhere they step.
Gotta love it. It's all right, Side. I know you're not the fanboy that I am, but did you start watching Gotham yet? For God's sakes.
No, I mean, like, if there's another show I'm gonna pick up, it'll be Gotham. But
you just got to make it through those first 2 episodes. They're so good.
You know, I watched past the first 2.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, I think probably other things just got in the way, and yeah. It's not like I dropped it because I thought it was bad or anything. But
Batman. Enough said.
I just don't know. There you go, Batman. I have no excuses. I don't know what I should buy. Any tips? But like Defender medals buying, or you have gems that you're looking to spend? Gotham is about Batman, basically, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Batman
like
as a kid.
Batman before Batman. You know.
Indeed. Yeah, I won't spoil anything for you, but things are starting to get a little batty.
Getting a little batshit crazy. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Heroes with medals. I mean, Young King, you just asked about Abyssal, and I think that's a solid choice. You can't really go wrong with any of the heroes, but picking in Abyssal or DD2 is pretty common as the first one.
Absolutely.
If you really have no preference, but if you have a hero you like the look of, but you're worried maybe they're not good, I'd say just go with it anyways. If they look really interesting to you.
I mean, you figure down the road, eventually you're going to want all the heroes. So it's not a matter of really who, it's a matter of what to get first. And that's, I mean, personal preference is such a big factor in that. You should definitely go with just who you think, you know, who you think looks the coolest. It looks like fun, do it up.
Oh, wait, you already got Lavamancer? Well, that's all you need. There you go.
Yeah, that's...
Lavamancer's the best. Anyone who disagrees is just a hater.
Lavamancer is another one that's just really wildly effective in all Chaos tiers. And I tell you what, my... what was it? Was it Xbox? Well, my Xbox playthrough, I had some people telling me to quit being so stubborn about the Lavamancer walls and how much they cost, and just try them out. So I'm like, alright, you know what, I'll do it. So I was like, I think I was at like Chaos 6, and all I did with the generic meta build I was doing was I switched to Lavamancer walls, and it actually made a big difference. It went from like struggling to complete the matches to just breezing through them.
I guess just naturally having that extra health.
Yeah. You
double wall like for the same cost, and you know they're only going to attack that one wall and bring it down.
It's good
but
stuff.
I guess if you single wall with the Lavamancer, you know, same cost, but all the things are focused on it, so you're getting what would have brought a wall to death is now bringing a Lavamancer wall to half. You know.
Yep.
Maybe. And I'm guessing that.
That, you know, there's options too with the DPS playstyle. You know, you can go a lot of different routes with the Lavamancer and be effective. I know, like we play our Lavamancers completely different than each other, and both of them still wreck everything. So I do the ability power hero crit one-shot Lavamancer, and I know you're a fan of the punching.
Mr. I'm not saying that. He uses his fist, and it rhymes with Mr. It's Mr. something, and I'll let you fill in the rest.
Fill in the gaps.
That's what he does. That was bad. I find it really fun to play, yeah. But I mean, you're not wrong though. These got a lot of different ways to play it.
There's definite options.
Despite that, though, I think he does need quite a few quality of life changes to him. Trendy. hear my cries.
I think all heroes really could use some kind of love in some way or another as far as quality of life goes.
For sure. For sure. It's just the flow of just like a few points on him that are just kind of like awkward to use.
Yeah.
Like the bouncing on molten cores, his charge is awkward. The getting rooted after using his eruption kind of thing. Like there's balance things and damage, and then there's awkward mobility and movement and flow to it kind of thing.
Oh,
I think he's got a few more of those issues than other heroes.
Definitely.
But I might also just be a fanboy and wanting buffs for my favorite hero.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I've been screaming EV2 needs the spring-loaded shard for the boots that allows double jump for ages now.
No, she definitely needs it. Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, it makes sense, you know. Every game you play where you're playing something robotic, what's one of the first upgrades you get? Something for your boots to make you jump higher or run faster or whatever. EV2
rocket
needs
boots.
that. Gots to have the rocket boots.
Just rocket boots. Yeah. I mean, actually, she's got them on her number 2. You already see it. She just needs the multi-purpose those.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt.
It's like toilets that can do the half flushes. She needs the half flush for her regular jumps.
Yeah.
Instead of full propulsion.
I'm gonna redo that video, Nathaniel, as I think in today's day and age, although everything in that video is true, it's a little bit deceiving compared to how the game is played right now. So, I mean, my suggestion on pets right now would definitely be anyone that's new to the game and wants to invest in a premium pet, Dragolich is without a doubt the pet you want, because it's just going to allow you to play hero damage, ability power, whatever you want to play effectively. What's going on, Night Shadow?
How do you want to split it? Top, bottom, left, right?
I don't care. Surprise me. What are you in the mood for?
I'm pretty lazy. I'll go bottom.
Alrighty. You're pretty lazy, go bottom. I was thinking the lazy way's the top.
What? Oh, I mean, I guess that's more of a general case. General case. What is it?
Fair enough. Let's see here. I won't be a wimp this time and go with Flame RSL. Nothing but protons, snakes, and sky guards this time. I'm not gonna do the Flame RS. I won't be weak.
You're making me feel bad. I'm using Flame RS.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, it's the obvious choice of what to use.
I just don't feel like moving my deck around, you know?
I told somebody last run that I would use protons, and then I used protons but threw a flame R on top of them and felt kind of dirty. That dirty feeling.
I'm gonna steal 10 to you.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, no, I get 50 left over, don't we?
Yep, should
100.
be.
Oh, man, I'm stealing so much to you now.
Oh, it's all good. Have at it. I think.
Damn, do I usually build more than this?
I think we're actually pretty solid. on the DU situation. I'm gonna... How's that gonna reach? Yeah, it's gonna reach. I think this is gonna work here. So there's a little bit left over. I could throw down another snake if you don't want the DU.
Well, hold the phone there. Don't want my DU. Wait, I'm at... no, I'm gonna be... you know what? Yeah. Give me a snake over here.
Back? You want it back here, or do you want it somewhere else?
It doesn't matter. The lane's so short that it works anywhere.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
stick it at max range anywhere. I hate to see it get hit, so... I don't imagine it will. There we go.
Fantastic.
God, I love snakes. I should start using it. Someone actually asked me to play Mystic earlier, and I just didn't.
They're strong. I mean, someone I never went and double checked the math. I didn't really feel the need to, just because I know they're strong. But someone had posted on the forums that at tier 1, it's the highest DPS per DU of any tower.
For a Sand Viper?
Yeah. I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I never double checked, but I know they're good, you know?
I would need to see numbers. I've always found them to be a little low.
Or you know what, maybe it's not the highest DPS, maybe it's the highest damage done when you look at the split Vipers and everything. Maybe that could be it.
Yeah, but they're talking multi-target and stuff. But then, like, I couldn't imagine a 10-target AoE would be...
Right. I mean, yeah. I would have to agree there. A 10-target AoE is going to do way better than a 3-target.
It's interesting. It could just be, like, damage per hit per DU. I could believe that, because it's got really good, like, really good crits for its,
yeah, that's true.
tier 1.
I'd have to read that post again and see. What's going on there, the boss?
Because I think they're good, just I don't think they're...
Yeah, it's not like they're ridiculously OP or anything, but they're definitely good. No doubt about it there.
I take that back, I just remembered LSA's damage.
It's so crazy.
But yeah, like their damage per tick is higher than say like a Flame Aura, but it attacks a lot slower.
Yeah, that and the single target. I mean, if you look at damage done, but they're still just beastly, you know? Crazy good. For sure. I always tell people who are like asking about them, you know, and that's why it kind of surprised me, because I always thought they were not the best damage source, but they make up for it with their range. Yeah, definitely.
They've got some serious range at just base.
They do. I mean, it's all overkill damage for the most part, but when you look at them at the end of the match, they're almost always ruling the roost as far as damage done. But so much of that is hitting a mob with 800,000 health for 2 million, you know? So it's hard to really judge that in actual effectiveness. I use them all the time, though. That's my go-to semi-AFK solo build when I'm just derping out watching TV or something, is 3 Flame Auras, 2 Lightning Strikes, or 3 Lightning Strikes, 2 Flame Auras in a wall, and turn around and watch a movie.
Don't always need another 10-target AoE, right? Sometimes you just need something to target only those berserks.
Yeah.
Sand Vipers are going to do that, just that.
Absolutely.
And all those goblins are going to die in the first Flame Aura, but get a little bit more concentrated AoE, I guess, is a way to think about it, maybe? I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're gonna hit mobs for the entire path, whereas the Flame Aura is just, you know, in that relatively, even at max, small area.
Oh yeah.
So the hard sell on
What's the score now there,
Vipers.
dear? She's all excited again. Assuming Michigan scored again. 28-10. Yeah, so much for the being down by 3 points. They're now up by 18, so... Sounds like the coach had a word with them on the sidelines and said, WTF there, folks. I like it there, Major Hillbilly. I use it quite frequently. I actually use it more than this style I have over here now. I just kind of was going for more lane length on this one than overall coverage. Dang, Lady Orcs. Oh. I was so close to surviving that one. Kobold took care of that. Fat Luch dropping?
It feels so much better to use their number 3 now.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Well, quick in and out, and you know, amazing damage.
It makes me wonder. When's the last time you used the Mega Def laser?
It's been a long time.
That kind of had the same problem, right? Or it might even have the same animation.
Yeah, it's got a very similar animation.
Like, one of the biggest issues with those is just the time it takes to deploy before even getting the damage out, and then...
Yeah.
Everything's already dead by the time you do it.
Definitely. I would guess probably another 30 minutes or so there, Naruto. Side and I usually go for about 2 hours.
At least.
Side's got some very original divine sins to accomplish this evening too, I'm certain of.
That's right. Yeah.
What are some of the most efficient air defense? Well, Sky Guards and Hailstorms. They're the only true air defense, of course. Flame Auras, weapon manufacturers, Lightning Strikes Auras. They all hit air as well if you position them properly. But, I mean, nothing... You know, the old go-to is definitely the Sky Guard, no doubt about it. Omni's ditched his Sky Guards pretty much and has been using Hailstorm 100% for flyers.
Nothing wrong with that.
He also
I don't know
likes,
if I'd do it.
Yeah, he likes to DPS on her as well, so it's, you know, no deck swapping.
For sure. He's a fun hero to DPS with.
Oh yeah, definitely. Take that, mage.
Ah. Makes such a rough lane to do this in. All those range mobs not getting close because you can't build up to the gate.
Yeah.
What would otherwise be like a stupidly good build? A good lane setup?
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of, you know, having the protons go that whole length. Massive amount of lane control. Well, it just got those few baddies that just refuse to come out. 4,800 ability power, that's the sweet spot there, Jay. That's... You see that on, you know, of course you got to look at the other stats. I've sadly found a few 4,800 ability power ones that have like 4,400 hero crit or something insanely low on them. And to me that makes it a deal breaker.
Yeah, sadly I'm always looking at the crit first too.
It's just so strong, you know. You mentioned it back, what, a week or two ago when we did that Friday stream. The, is one of the things you'd like to see changed, you know. The crit is definitely, it's just a must-have. I've got one hero that I don't focus on crit, and that's my Nuke Monk. That's the only one.
one of the only heroes that wouldn't need it at all. Really.
Yep.
You get that nuke without crit, right?
Right.
Then.
And
what did you say? You put Ki Blast on it after that? Yep.
Yep. And I mean, that's all I use it for.
Combo too.
You know, I'll blast down for some lane clearing, and then, you know, the main reason I use that one all the time is it just never gets old. One shot in siege rollers, you know, just too much fun.
Yeah, that's the thing about crit and abilities is that, like, it's still really good, but crit affects primary and secondary fire a lot more than it does abilities, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like an Entice Needle will only get like 1 million on top of its 5 million it already has, or whatever it is. Same with like Ki Blast. So like dropping crit for the, you know, for a Ki Blast knock really doesn't hurt it that much. And in fact, doing it like that actually adds a lot to a Ki Blast knock, in my opinion.
Definitely.
What I'm trying to say is I think I might make that monk.
It's fun. It's super fun to play. I go.
And I actually don't have a. I don't have a nuke monk at all.
I usually go. I spec towards the secondaries, and all I do is use the secondary fire and blast. You know, use the secondary fire to get your mana back, and then just blast down the lane even more, and wait for a roller to come to one shot. With the roller changes, I actually switched over to Betsy too. I was a big fan of the earth damage once before for the crush factor on the rollers, but now that everything is doing increased damage in the sweet spot, you just don't need it. So you want to go top and bottom or left and right?
Let's do left and right.
Alrighty. Which do you prefer?
That I'll let you decide that since I picked left and right.
Alright.
Well, you pick which side you want.
I'll go left, I guess.
Of course he picks the non-boss side.
I'll take the non-boss side. If you're gonna give me the option, I mean,
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, that's, if you look at that nuke monk build, clash exclamation nuke in chat. Hero damage, ability power. It's solid. You know, it's a good build. And it's fun. You know, I mean, that's the main thing, is I really enjoy doing it, so if it's fun for me, then it's a good build for me. You know, it's not going to be fun for everybody, but I have a good time doing it. Let's go a little LSA heavy on this one. Let's see. What do we have left over on this usually?
100? So we should have 50 each.
Okay.
I think.
Let's see. I think it'll work. Oh, I didn't do anything for flyer control.
The regular flyers, or?
Yeah.
I mean, you got flame auras. That'll be enough,
yeah,
right?
That's true. Well, that and the lightning strikes. I got the big range on them. They're gonna reach.
How much do you have left?
I've got just the 50.
Okay, I only got the 20, so you know what that means, right?
LSA time.
Hey, right there.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's our AA right there.
Well,
there,
and that'll do it. That's for darn sure. This is ability power setup here, Victor. I'm going to do a hero spotlight on it tonight or tomorrow. Don't mess this up, map up like Omni did. Well, you know, it is Omni.
Yo, check out this Skyguard spot. Check it, check it.
Oh, nice. Map wide, huh?
And like, yeah, well, side wide. And then you get one like just below it.
That's pretty
I
good.
Did it with I actually did this and Hailstorm. So you know, like, I'm sure you've tried to put Hailstorms beside each other before, right?
Yeah.
And like, they've got, you can't put them close despite like what they visually show they should be able to do.
Yeah.
And it's not just Hailstorms, it's like Hailstorm beside anything. But I did Hailstorms in Skyguards, and if you put it like below, for example, like right here, under the railing part, someone on the ground, one on the railing, you can kind of get them really close. If that's something you want to do.
It's definitely a good, good Skyguard spot.
It's a sneaky spot for, yeah, trying to get some group coverage.
I still like the archers up on the column there. I haven't done that one in ages, but it is pretty effective for flyers.
Yeah,
and then
can't go wrong with 3 lanes.
You get the insta block from the kobolds and kobolds, flying kobolds.
Which spot?
When you go up on top of the columns, like right there. You can throw an archer on each side. In the
head part, yeah.
Yeah, and the kobolds smash into the other side of the wall. Thanks there, Major. I appreciate it. If you don't have good or any decent relics there, Pakulos, just don't put any relics on that hero unless you're using them to build. And then you won't have an issue. As far as I understand, relics do but don't make a difference. So, like, good relics will help, bad relics will hurt, and no relics are neutral. So you're not going to get a negative effect off of using no relics as far as gear goes. But if you have bad relics on, you will. As far as I understand it, anyway. Is that how you've understood it their side, or?
Yeah, I think that's how it goes as well. If you're gonna slot them in, make sure they're good.
Absolutely. Now that I talked crap about Omni, I gotta pay attention here. I guess this was the map that Omni tried to do the carry on and got wrecked. Every time Omni fails a match, he blames it on me anyway. He says I taught him to build that way. It's like, give me a break. I just realized we just now lost, or we haven't even lost it yet, or there it goes.
Yeah, there it goes. I tried to save it there and then more, things came in. Lady Orcs knocking me around in there.
You're mean like that.
I'm trying to bounce around and shoot my bots, and they're knocking me left and right.
These girls get feisty. Alright, Donnie, take it easy. Thank you very much.
Bye, miss you.
Oh, I ran all the way over in excitement with the shinies. Oh, it's an orb.
Look at you, new inventory item.
I've got enough. I just don't need any more. I've actually had some luck lately with medallions. I haven't gotten anything spectacular, but I've gotten a whole lot of really, really good medallions. And I've got quite a few, as, you know, they're good enough, I just don't want to get rid of them, so they're storage items.
Yeah, sure. What it sounds like is you need more mystics. You can never have enough obelisks and snake coils.
Oh yeah. Lots of snakes. This is the celebration canister that I'm using. It's not. It's purely looking for killing the target dummy in the tavern. It's not. I think realistically, it's better to use a different one and have a free shard slot. But I'm using it purely for that ability power, and that's, you know, the only thing you're gonna kill with that is the target dummy in the tavern. If you take that mindset most of the time. Like which one are you using? You using the grid or?
I'm using McManus right now.
Okay.
Just because I've got the right stats on it.
Right.
Health and AP and grid, yeah. But I mean, I guess Celebration has that too, doesn't it? It would have more.
Yeah.
I figured I want to shoot my grab bots, and McManus would probably be one of the easier ones to do that with.
Oh, definitely.
Since it's got range and some tight spread.
Oh, yeah.
As long as I'm aiming, it should be able to hit. Well, this one shot me.
No! I mean, going with Celebration, it's purely to use it as a stat holder. I mean, there's no real benefit other than that. So, I mean, if you want to play with bots, then it's... I mean, McManus or McDougars would definitely be the go-to. They both, McManus and McDougars both burn heat at the same rate. And both would be very effective at blowing up your bots. So, I mean, in my opinion, you could probably use either.
Yeah, but I'd have to aim with McDougar.
Yeah, you would have to aim. Aiming's hard.
Exactly.
These guys have all seen me aim before. My problem is I'm so damn stubborn on my mouse sensitivity. I just became so accustomed with not really moving my hand very much. And I've got my mouse sensitivity cranked up so high that I just barely move the mouse and it's all the way across the screen, you know? And that, of course, just crushes any chance of aiming accurately.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, too. I've had people comment, like, I think I actually even, like, I remember Sushi saying at one time, like, I have my sensitivity up really high. Yeah. Kind of deal. But, yeah, I'm terrible at aiming, too, so there's that.
I mean, it's definitely a big difference. You know, you turn the sensitivity way down and, you know, it's a good game. Headshot every time. The only game I've really cranked it way down on is, you know, the games do not really have the depth, and they're a quick playthrough, but I've played every one of them and just had fun with it, is those Sniper Elite Nazi Zombie Army games. I love the whole slow motion headshot thing. It never gets old to me. And when I play that game, or those games, I've always turned my sensitivity way down, just because I want the headshots every time. But besides that, I mean, you know, there was a reason in Fortnite where I went through twice as much ammo as Gobu every time. Gobu sprays it into their heads, I spray it into the ground.
That's right. So one of my nicknames is Body Shot Hero. And I was thinking, what would the Juice Bags version of that be?
Oh, what would it be?
I mean, it's a little cryptic. It's body bags.
Well, I mean, it's accurate in the description of aiming. That's for dang sure. I'm all about the body blows.
Oh, Zapper! Oh, no,
the Dryad's a good solid hero. The thing with the Dryad is the range on her defenses. The bees and the slimes is so large that it's pretty easy to build where cyborgs are not an issue. I mean, you have to pay attention, you know, to what you're doing. You can't just spam them down the middle of a lane. But I mean, the Dryad's stout and does amazing burst damage too. She's a mean girl. The bees, you know, I know that the Dryad currently is definitely at that flavor of the month status since the last Dryad changes, but the bees are still a little derpy.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, not near as bad as they were, granted, but they're definitely still a little derpy. I mean, I get bees that refuse to attack just constantly.
I bet we'll always have a little bit of that.
I'm sure. I mean, just the nature of having its own independent AI or whatever. Little proton charge to the face. The proton charge just insta-kills every flyer in the world. Just so strong. Yeah, bees and trees, you know, that's always solid. You know, you can't leave the slimes out. They are strong. And slimes are some roller killers, too.
Yeah, a well-played slime is going to do almost the entire lane.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, you know, people are all there, you know, people are raving about the bees, or whatever the right word for that is. I don't know how you kids talk, but slimes are pretty strong.
Oh yeah.
In a lot of ways, I think stronger than bees.
I agree.
Per DU. Per single placement or whatever.
Yeah, the Mystic's really strong there, Mad Dog. No doubt about it. What do you think? We're kind of right on the edge. You got time for one more?
Oh, for sure. We gotta go at least the 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't want to go much over, but I don't want to. Let's not end it before the 2 hours.
Fair enough. So how far along in Divinity are you?
I think there's like 4 acts, and I'm just barely past the first.
Oh, really? That's good, though. That's a lot of...
There's so many. I mean,
you know, that's a good amount of gameplay that you're getting out of it.
Oh, absolutely. But I'll spend like hours on single fights, like redoing them and stuff, too.
Yeah.
But still, like, even saying that, there's just a lot of content in it.
That's a good thing.
And definitely replay value. It's just, you know,
nothing
so
wrong
many
with
different
that.
compositions of your team you can do. Not to mention just like different ways to build heroes. It's weird to say heroes.
Yeah. I started off, I can't remember even the name of it. I started off with that, I think it was the Enchantress, the caster with all the elemental, freezy, drench type stuff. Don't even remember what exactly what it was, and it actually had a real tough time just getting off the boat, to be honest. And then I switched to melee to start off and just owned it. You know, obviously I'm talking like the first 2 hours of play, not to the point where you're at, but definitely a lot of build variety.
Did you play on Tactician?
I did.
Yeah, I would imagine a caster in like the first boat would be really tough if you don't like really know exactly what would get you through.
Right.
Like what spells to start off with. Did you play one of the preset characters, or?
I did. I played.
You played the Enchantress girl then. You were saying?
No, it was actually I played the undead guy.
Oh, you played Fame?
Yeah. I read somewhere how it was such a convenience being able to pick the locks. Oh man, I just spammed everything into these 2 lanes. What am I doing? Do you have enough to do the rest?
It should be fun.
I got way carried away over here.
I mean, we get less DU than, or less mana than DU, so it's not like you went over. Oh my goodness, I used the wrong freaking PV2.
I can sell something. I'll at least get a Skyguard in here for you.
We're probably fine. Yeah, do my air. I didn't do air over there yet. Do that.
Got a little carried away. The spam is real over here, let me tell you.
It's fine. Like,
I look down and I'm like, oh my god, the place is entirely covered with not just auras, but proton beams, sand traps, auras everywhere. Tunnel vision.
I wasn't going to build much more anyways, so... Maybe, like, one more LSA that I can't build, like I'm 10 DU short, or 10 mana short.
Yeah.
And I can do that starting next wave once we get it.
Well, if this side is a problem at all, then I fail miserably. Because it's got way too much dumped into it.
Well, we're getting, what, like 60 DU left? You can fill in this lane over here. I just need 20 DU, and I'm done my build.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's more than enough over here to kill everything. Start talking about other games and throwing it on the ground, and look what happens. There is stuff everywhere. Oh, that's an interesting, interesting way to do it. Just throw the one weapon man node over here.
I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Better than, like... I mean, it does a little better than a single not-upgraded flame aura too. So,
yeah.
Obviously, right? Because it's a weapon man. And I'm already using weapon man over there.
Yeah, it definitely looks good.
It took a little bit to get the reach, like, it's kind of at the extremes on both sides. But because of, like, the weird invulnerability zone over here, in this lane, like, it's actually not a problem at all. Because it wouldn't do more past that point anyways.
Yeah. Should do the last boss next. Oops.
I am all but convinced there won't be a Chaos 8 anytime soon.
I agree.
I mean, they basically... In fact, they might have even officially said it, that they're working on new game modes before they even think about doing another Chaos tier.
I'm pretty sure they did say it, yeah.
I mean, I got done all I need to do.
Well, that, and I mean, what the answer for replay value now is not Chaos Aid.
No, for sure.
I mean, I can assure you if that, even say Chaos 8 and 9 were both added in, I would guarantee you that Sidewalk and I would both be on Chaos 9 by the end of the first day. And that's, you know, that's not extending the replay value. So, I mean, the more game modes, definitely... You know, I welcome it for sure. Excited to see what they put out.
There, I used your DU because you didn't use it.
Fair enough.
Flyer LSA.
Oh, I feel too guilty. I couldn't drop another defense over here.
I told you, man. I told you. You're missing, like, LSA in this lane. Oh. Oh.
Missing an LSA, but I do have 3 flamethrowers, 2 protons, and a sand trap. Overkilled. Alright, Fozzie, take it easy.
It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. You have LSs everywhere but that one lane. That one corner of that one lane.
Just that one spot.
Oh, bothering me, man. No, I didn't think the single wall over here would actually block off this gap. I haven't tried it. I just threw it in. It does on an angle. I mean, at least getting your character to run by it.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I didn't really think that hard about it. It's a nice wall.
You know who does a great job with actually looking at the exact wall coverage? And, you know, obviously they're, you know, just... I don't want to say they're new to the game, but they're newer to the game than, say, you or I. Is Lalta. Lalta puts those walls... There is not one single dot of non-covered space. When you look at his walls. I mean, he really looks at that. You know, we get to the point where it's throwing it on the ground. But Lalta's been, you know, he's been doing a good job with his playthrough there. You know, not to bash on all Isom, but I'm pretty sure he's lapped Isom already.
Oh, for sure.
What's the score there, dear? Is it halftime or is it over? It's over. They win by 6 million. Is that enough for you? Oh, definitely. If you put your if it's a double wall lane and you put the walls in a V shape, if you just look at the coverage on the ground, you're definitely given way more coverage. But like what Side did over here is tilted it at an angle, and then instead of using two, only used one. You know, definitely getting it done. I mean, you can't run through either side, either way. So that's a win right there. Yeah, upgrading gear, in theory, should increase your chances. But remember, it's your overall gear score, hidden item power, or whatever you want to call it, that it's going off of. So just one piece is not going to be significant. Oh man, I just got a really good substats on these gloves, but they just in the wrong spots. Why is it that always hero health is the highest number? Just feels so wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody does there, Jay. Yeah, health is needed in C7, but health is not needed as your primary stat, or as your highest substat. I make sure to have hero health on all my pieces, but I actually look for it to be, I look for the other stats to be higher. I mean, obviously I want them all to be high, but if like 2 of the 3 stats are strong, I want it to be, you know, ability power and hero crit over hero health, personally. Yeah, says the guy that gets one shot by everything. Whatever, Omni. I may die all the time from falling off ledges, but Omni dies all the time from one shot from little baby Gobus.
They're sneaky, though, right? But they sneak up behind you and start throwing those little bombs at you.
Oh yeah.
Taking Omni out pretty fast.
Well, he doesn't use hero health. He rolls around with ridiculously low health in Chaos 7 on his DPS heroes.
Flimsy heroes.
Yep, flimsy heroes to match his flimsy walls.
Exactly. What would you expect from someone with such flimsy walls? You gotta have flimsy heroes.
You gotta complete the package, you know.
The flimsy package.
Full flimsy all the way around. Zeppa! Of course, dang, assassin. Doesn't matter.
I was happy when I didn't hear the assassin noise on me.
Well, best strat versus a Zapper. Ignore him.
That's true.
If you've got the lane all meted up like I've got over here anyway. It is substantially easier to hit the bots not using Celebration. No doubt about it.
Oh, Celebration. I love it, but it would not be my #1 bot shooter.
Yeah.
Did you see, I mean, it's not really much, but Danny replied to like a forum post or something saying that new content soon. They're sooner than we think or something like that. One of those kind of responses.
Yep. Well, that's a good thing.
Which, you know, haven't been hearing too many of those recently.
Right.
And hearing that, and then Landrin feeling like, you know, this fun stream was time to start saying, you know, 2 game modes and whatever.
The thing with
Danny, thinking it might not be too long from now.
Danny doesn't play those games.
Yeah.
You know, when Danny says something, you can really take it to heart. I mean, now he's very elusive and doesn't say things very often. But when he does, it's going to happen. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, Danny has like 2 types of responses. It's either something like butts or it's pretty, it's pretty substantial, like you said.
Well,
doesn't
right.
comment much.
Absolutely.
But when he does, it means something.
Yeah, I'm hoping we at least, at a minimum, I'm hoping we get news of what's coming this upcoming week. But, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
I hoped for the same thing last week, and it didn't happen, so...
I mean, I would not be surprised if we were getting a dev stream in a week or 2.
Yep.
Or at least a post or something.
When that comes, I've actually got that Friday thing. I kind of... I have kind of waiting on news right now, but when we do get some update news, I kind of want to do a special little roundtable thing for the Friday deal. I'd like to see if you could come, and maybe Omni and somebody else, and
get Lalta.
Discuss the hotness. It would be awesome if we could get Lalta in the mix. He actually told me that he might be in a position to here soon.
He's he's moving down soon, right? I think he's like even
this
heading
week.
Down to checking out apartments or something, or maybe already has one. I can't remember what he said.
Yeah. So we are.
But you get. Oh, he'll probably end up on the dev stream anyways.
I'm sure.
I was just thinking like Elandrian does the dev stream, and then you can get Lalta on the after stream.
I think it'll be. I think Lalta and Elandrian will probably do this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. Because I mean, like anytime Isom was down for them,
right?
It wasn't all. Isom doesn't live in Florida, so he's not on camera for the dev streams. Right?
Yep.
But when he is down, he was on it. So I mean, why not Lalta?
And I mean, who doesn't want to stream with Elandrian?
Right? I mean,
I invited Elandrian. Elandrian's not having it. I invited Elandrian to streams many times, and he gives me the I'm busy, I'd have to book 2 months out or whatever, and I'm like, all right. So I set a date for him 2 months out, and he never replies. It's like, I don't want to go on to YouTubes with you.
Some of these easier lanes.
It's all good. I took them last time. I'll throw it on the ground down here and make things happen down in these lanes. This is our one more to the just one more.
Oh goodness! I didn't realize.
I'm good with that, but
wow.
Like I said, I know that I know that you've got some serious turn-based strategy addictions in your life right at the moment.
Yeah,
hey, nothing wrong with it.
But I gotta scratch that itch.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm gonna sell.
You can take my last 20.
I don't really need it.
You get that hard lane. Plus, I can't fit LSAs in anymore. I ran out of space, so it's all yours.
I could fit one more LSA, but I'm out of mana. Do you have 20?
Oh, yeah.
You could spit at me.
Just take it all. Oh, wait, don't I only get 50 left over?
Yeah.
There's 100. Oh.
You've got 50 more.
I can't use it, dude. I got no space. Like, I could do another weapon man node or something, but...
You want,
You know what, yeah, give me a snake.
I was thinking, getting a little snaky. Which lane do you want it on?
Yeah, the right one, probably. The east
one.
It's snaky. It's a good snake spot. Have you ever put them over here?
Oh, yeah. That's usually actually where I put it. You get that direct shot at the flyers coming down, too.
And the whole, loop around and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The common spot for towers for me there, for sure.
All right, now we've got 20 more. Do you want some sand? You want a sandy snake?
Why not? Why not? Take some sand.
Little Sandy Snake action. Such a good combination. I mean, you figure with weapon mans, you don't get the, like, the obvious with flame auras is oil geysers. I mean, you know, it's so strong. Plus, it's adding the combo. You know, so it's kind of the natural go-to with it. But weapon mans, you know, they don't have that combo opportunity, really. So the snakes, or the sand, is great. Works great with them.
Yeah, I think sands are just a really good, like, any kind of aura combo.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an easy one to add in.
Aura and trap combo. Well, combo it with traps. It's already the trap to the aura trap combo. But yeah, you can't go wrong with its big AoE slow.
Oh yeah. Well, you definitely want to keep the sand out of your shorts and your shoes there, David. That's for sure. But at least in, you know, after you leave the beach. The sand can be quite the irritant. Alright, I am full-blown meta-built over here. Should be able to spray the proton charge freely with no restrictions.
I'm watching that proton beam go like left and right and all over the place. And all I'm thinking is, man, he really does have a high sensitivity.
I've got it cranked at my, you know, now obviously I turn it down in every game I play, but my default sensitivity on my desktop is like 12,800 DPI, I think, or something absurd like that. It's too dang high, but you know, when it comes to doing anything outside of games, it's very nice being able to barely touch your mouse and have it target something on the other side of the world.
Oh, for sure. Well, even in games, like, I absolutely hate having to, like, pick up my mouse and drag it again when I'm trying to turn around. Like, if I want to turn around, I just want to move my mouse to the other side of the mouse pad, not pick it up a bunch.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. What to throw the upgrades in? Random stuff. That always works.
Man, random stuff's my favorite.
Close your eyes and spam the Q button. With clickies in the mix, of course. Flappy
You said
birds.
you're at 2040 Ascension?
2027 right now.
2027. Man, you're a good, like, 400 or so above me.
Well, I got the grind going. That I missed out on the last couple of those double XP weekends, but I definitely put the grind on this last one.
You've always, you know, just been someone to grind more than I do, to play more.
Yeah, well, my problem is I'm so indecisive. I've got so many games in my Steam library, and so many of them I just haven't given enough time, because I mean, the last, what, 3 years or so, it's just always go back to DD2 and play more DD2. A minigame other than primary fire? It'd be fun to try sometime, but like on the EV, you couldn't. You have to burn the heat, you know? So you'd have to get your primary fire going. Two hours has elapsed. Our time is nearly up. Well, I mean,
no.
You know, Side and I both have pretty generous gaming schedules.
Come on, it's Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, you look at pretty much any given point during awake hours for either of us, we're both usually in a game. Some game. getting to, you know, ability power EV, it doesn't benefit to run around and spray down lanes as often. And I just gotta break myself of that habit. I keep catching myself over in your lanes, just primary firing into them.
I mean, it can't be that bad. The damage that is.
Yeah, I mean, I still have the hero crit, you know, so every time it crits, it's doing nice damage.
I think we're just sticking our bombs a little too far in there.
Hate it when that happens. I wish it was removable, the celebration shard, but I mean that defeats the purpose, making it removable, you know. I understand that, but I mean, I would like to use something with the increased stats on it and have that shard slot available, because that shot type does nothing for me. It's definitely kind of a waste. Boy, I tell you what, a few upgrades and it's a good game. Oh, if you could have it at 4 per second? Well, I mean, 4 per second changes people's opinions of every shot type, I think. Everybody wants the 4 per second. But the problem with Celebration, like Side mentioned, is the, like, hitting your bots. You know, going the out and in on the shot doesn't make life very easy for targeting something specifically.
Legendary Gridlocker without crit.
Ah, so wrong.
Man, I'd take an AP one for my hero damage at this point.
I've actually got an AP one, but it rolled with or it rolled with earth damage instead of hero crit, and it's like, oh,
yeah, exactly what
terrible.
I'm looking at. It's just, it's not gonna do it. Just no crit, no good.
Yeah, I got a nice little legendary loot box to end it all off, though. Let's see my orb. Or no, it's a totem. Yeah, mediocre totem. But it's golden shiny. So that's another 264 gold or whatever it is for the old bank account.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Some expression about counting your pennies and whatever, or something else.
So how much gold
you
you
get
up
rich,
to?
something like that, right? I'm at 75 mil.
Woof.
I'm actually higher than I thought it was.
Nice.
What are you, like 200 mil or something?
Nah, I wish. I'm at 135.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I'm up to 3,000 defender medals again. Time to go to the shard shop.
double my gold or something like that?
Well, I save it. I really do. I spend defender medals for everything.
That's true. I spend a lot of defender medals on upgrades and stuff, and I guess you buy shard packs with them instead, so your upgrades would be gold. You
know, what's getting me is I just remember DD1 and just how much of a grind it was to upgrade things and to have all the currency to upgrade. You know, say you got 2 or 3 good pieces and you wanted to upgrade them both. I mean, it might take you 2 days to farm up the mana to upgrade both of them fully.
Yeah.
And when the day finally comes that we get those style of items in DD2, I want to have the cash just to go bam and make it happen right away.
Yo, for sure, for sure. It's all in preparation.
Oh yeah. Anyway, well, thanks for the fun times. I do appreciate it.
Yo, it was fun like always. Hey man, you know what? We should do this again sometime.
Yeah, you know, might as well. Hopefully we've got some exciting, fresh news to discuss next week.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Gonna have to get the trendies to bust out the old keyboard and start typing up those blog posts.
I'm trying. I'm guilted, especially LOL. I'm guilted up so hard recently on it.
I have been too. I kind of felt wrong the other night about it. I was just, it was a little too much. You know, I was watching a stream and I looked up through the stream chat and it's like, you know, the last 10 things I've said have all involved Lalta typing up patch notes. It's probably time for me just to shut up because he's sick of hearing it.
Well, that was the same in your stream yesterday, the Invitational. I went a lot into chat on it. It said something about giving him a hard time. He was like, oh, this isn't a hard time. I still feel bad about it.
Oh, yeah.
But also, like...
Lalta took the position. He is... Isom has been relieved of target number 1 spot. And now we shoot all those uncomfortable questions to Lalta. But anyway, thanks everybody for swinging by. I do appreciate it. And as always, good time their side.
For sure,
but, I'll be back.
Games.
I'll be back on for a late night stream tonight, but I don't know what I'm going to be playing. We'll have to see. I kind of wanted to start. There's just so many awesome games that I've had fun in before that have received big updates, and I haven't looked at them at all. You know, Subnautica, Astroneer. There's just quite a few. And I'd like to get back into one of those games and check out some of the new fun stuff. Heck, Subnautica has had like 3 or 4 fairly decent-sized updates since I played it last.
Yeah, that's what I want to pick up again, too.
And it's such an amazing game. I mean, one of the best survival games I've ever played, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The scare factor from the bads has increased significantly with that whole stealth thing.
Oh.
I mean,
I don't know if I could do
it's a magnet,
It does sound really scary.
Anytime you go into deep water in your Seamoth, when you first get it, there will be badness that shows up. It's just gonna happen. And, you know, it does... I'm sure if I was paying attention, I would actually see it coming, but every time, it's like a jump scare for me. I don't know. Every single time, I was just not expecting it to be there. It's like, whoa! What the heck? But, yeah, anyway, thanks again, everyone. And Side, I do appreciate it a ton. And,
No, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you. And all of you.
All of the good folks.
Yes.
So, if you have not already, I'm sure everyone that's watching my stream probably already is, but here's a link. Go click on it and hit the follow button.
I mean, on this end, yeah, I can't imagine y'all haven't checked out Juice Bags before, but if you haven't, here's the link as well. Should go to his channel, give him some love.
But, yeah, anyway, we'll see you guys next time around.
Later.